Today we're going to be cooking in the Instapot. If you don't have an Instapot, you may do this on the stovetop in a large pot. I am using a Ninja Foodie, a 6-quart Ninja Foodie. We're going to start off with 1 pound of ground turkey, ground beef, or ground venison, which is what I'm using. And please don't be offended by this. Don't give me grief over using venison. I have alpha-gal syndrome, and really, I probably shouldn't be able to eat this, but I am able to eat venison, and it is a treat to me. But now, I can only eat venison that doesn't have fat mixed into it. So because it doesn't have fat mixed into it, I added the olive oil. If you're using ground turkey, you'll have to add some olive oil, but if you're using ground beef, probably not. Now we are going to turn the Ninja Foodie on by powering it on and then hitting the saute and sear button. Also, you can adjust the temp, and I put it on medium-high. If you're following along, we're just going to scramble our meat right in that Instapot. Now, you could add the raw meat to the chili I'm about to make, but I don't personally recommend that. I like to cook my meat first, so that's what we're going to do. Once you have basically cooked all the pink out of your meat, go ahead and cut that Instapot off. This is so easy, guys. Don't be afraid of the Instapot. We're going to do all of this right in this pot. I have got 2 cups of dry white beans that I washed and rinsed thoroughly, and I'm going to add them to the pot. If you're following along and you are doing this on the stovetop, you will want to use canned beans, and I recommend maybe 3 to 4 cans of white beans. Add 1 can of fire-roasted tomatoes. Add 1 can of green chilies. Add half of a yellow onion diced. If you like your chili mild, add 1 pack of chili seasoning mix. If you like your chili spicy, add 2 packs of chili seasoning mix, which is what I'm doing. I'm adding 2 packs of chili seasoning mix. And if you're that person who's kind of in between, you can always add 1 pack of chili seasoning mix and maybe just a tablespoon of chili seasoning powder. I am using the 30% less sodium. They do have that for those of you watching your sodium. Add a full container of chicken broth to this, which amounts to 4 cups, and I am using the low sodium chicken broth. Let's give this a stir to see if we have enough liquid. If we do not, we're going to add some water. And I felt like this needed about 2 cups of water, so I did add 2 cups of water to this. Because keep in mind, we added dry beans to this, and those dry beans are going to swell, and they need liquid to do that. Well, we're making a chili, and we still want our chili to have a little sauce, a little liquid to it. So I added 2 cups of water to this. Now I'm going to put the lid on the Instapot part of my Ninja Foodie. And you are going to want to always make sure that you have this little knob here, I don't know what it's called, in the seal position before you put it on, or once you get it on. Oh, and also I wanted to show you, there's a little arrow here that shows you exactly where that goes on the Instapot. That's for those of you who are a little skeptical about the Instapot. I was one of you, I admit it. I was very skeptical about it. But I'm finding more and more ways every day to utilize this Instapot. Now, once you've got your lid on, go ahead and cut your Instapot on. We are going to put this on pressure. It is on high, and now we are going to set our time for 1 hour. It is going to take at least 45 to 50 minutes to cook those white beans in this Instapot. But I set mine on 1 hour, and it was perfect. The time may vary depending on what type of Instapot you're using, just like your stove. Once I've got my time set, it's going to flash pre. So what is it's doing, it's going ahead and preheating, and it's building up pressure. If you are new to the Instapot world, there is what they call a quick release and a natural release. And what I'm doing is a natural release. Once it finishes cooking and it times out, it will start timing up, counting, because it is slowly releasing the pressure. And that's what I did for 20 minutes. Then once I let it naturally release the pressure for 20 minutes, I went and moved my seal, and that's called a quick release, to let it finish relieving the pressure. And you see that little button to the side? When that pops down, you will know that you can remove that lid safely. This is really easy to use, really easy to use. Now, I could have, when it finished cooking, I could have just not let it naturally release and just opened the seal and let all that steam out. And with some recipes you do. I hope that helps some of you. There is a bit of a learning curve there, but it's really easy, guys. And this is what it looks like when that button pops down. Now we can safely take the lid off. And voila, dinner is ready to be served. Y'all, this was so good. It's just a different type of chili. I just kind of get tired of the same old thing. So if you're looking for a different type of chili to make, try using white beans. It's so good.